Understanding pleasure overload, a deep dive. Hello, everyone. Today, we're going to explore a fascinating English phrase, pleasure overload. This phrase is not just two simple words. It holds a unique meaning and usage in the English language. Whether you're an English language learner or just curious about idiomatic expressions, you're in the right place. Let's dive into the world of English expressions and unravel the meaning of pleasure overload together. In this section, we'll dissect the phrase pleasure overload word by word. Pleasure is a feeling of happiness, enjoyment, or satisfaction. It's a positive sensation that comes from enjoyable experiences. Overload, on the other hand, refers to having too much of something. It can be used in different contexts, like information overload or sensory overload, indicating an excessive amount of something. So, when we combine these two words, pleasure overload suggests an extreme amount of pleasure, often more than one can handle comfortably. Understanding how to use pleasure overload in sentences is crucial. This section will provide examples and contexts. 1. Describing an experience. The amusement park was a pleasure overload for the kids, with so many rides and games. 2. Expressing emotions. Seeing my favorite band live was a pleasure overload. I couldn't contain my excitement. 3. Hyperbole. Sometimes, pleasure overload is used as a hyperbole to exaggerate feelings, like saying, "This chocolate cake is a pleasure overload," to mean it's extremely delicious. It's important to note that this phrase is often used in a positive light, but can also imply a sense of being overwhelmed by too much of a good thing. In this section, we'll explore how pleasure overload fits into different cultural and linguistic contexts. Cultural perspective. In some cultures, experiencing or expressing extreme pleasure might be seen as excessive or inappropriate. Understanding the cultural context is essential when using this phrase. Linguistic variations. Similar expressions exist in other languages, but they might not carry the same connotations. This highlights the uniqueness of idiomatic expressions in English. I hope this video has given you a clear understanding of the phrase, pleasure overload. Remember, learning a language is not just about words and grammar, it's also about understanding expressions and their nuances. Keep exploring, keep learning, and most importantly, enjoy the pleasure of language learning without the overload. See you in the next video.